Hello, future nurses. This is the first in a series of videos regarding nursing informatics theory. And for this video, we'll be taking up Graves and Corcoran's model. In this model that was formulated by Judith Graves and Sheila Corcoran in 1989, the core of informatics science focuses on the commodities that computers process, not the computer itself. And what are these commodities? These are data, information, and knowledge. Let's see an example. You are a community health nurse who wants to know if there's a need for a weight loss program for obese persons in the barangays that you cover. Bakit mo gustong malaman yan? Kasi alam mo na napaka-risky pag obese ang isang tao. Pwede siyang magkaroon ng mga diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and osteoarthritis among others. So, iniisip mo, mag-establish yata ako ng weight loss program for obese persons. Pero kailangan ko malaman, meron bang need para dito? Yung mga barangay na kino-cover mo, merong electronic data records of each resident. So, what do you need to know to determine if a resident is qualified for the program? Which means, i-review mo yung electronic data records na yon, tapos pipiliin mo kung sino sa kanila ang obese, di ba? Para malaman mo, is there a need for this program? So, magsisimula ka sa data. Data are raw facts that are isolated and meaningless and therefore useless. So, balik tayo doon sa tanong, anong kailangan mong malaman para ma-determine mo kung isang tao ay qualified na pumasok dito sa program na to. Siguro ang naisip nyo kaagad, weight, kung ano ba ang timbang niya, di ba? Kung mabigat ba siya o siya ay magaan para malaman kung obese. Okay, tingnan natin kung tama ang inyong sagot. Example of data is patient's weight. Uy, tama. Pero balikan natin yung meaning ng data, di ba? These are isolated, meaningless, and therefore useless. So, mali ang inyong sagot. Kasi, pag weight lang ang ating pagbabasihan, hindi natin malalaman kung obese ang isang tao kasi 150 pounds kunwari ang weight ng dalawang tao. Pero yung isa ay, ang height niya ay 7 feet. So, 150 pounds, 7 feet, uy, ang payat naman nun, di ba? Pero yung isa naman, ang height niya ay 4 feet. 150 pounds, 4 feet, or obese na yan. So, pero wala tayong information about the height, kaya hindi natin ma-judge kung obese ang isang tao simply by the weight. So, yun ang meaning na useless and meaningless. Ang information naman ay data are processed in such a way that they become meaningful and valuable. So ngayon, may gamit na kasi malalaman mo na kung ano ba ang ibig sabihin. Obese ba itong tao na to o hindi? So tingnan natin paano ba nagre-create ng information. So, merong data, initially weight lang, pero dagdagan natin ng height. At dahil meron ng dalawang data that we can relate to one another, ngayon magko-compute tayo ng body mass index or BMI. Weight in kilograms over height in meters squared. In fact, pwede mong i-program yung computer para yung computer na magko-compute ng BMI. And then, mag-i-interpret na rin. So, basta pinasok mo itong table na to, ay ma-i-interpret na rin ito ng computer. So, less than 18.5 is underweight, 18.5 to 24.9 is normal, 25 to 29.9 is overweight, and 30 and above is obese. So, kung i-compare mo, initially, di ba, weight lang, walang ibig sabihin kasi hindi natin ma-interpret. Pero ngayon, weight and height, pinagsama, tapos dinagdagan pa ng interpretation sa malalaman na natin kung obese ang isang tao. Pag 30 and above ang kanyang BMI, classified siya as obese. Ano naman ang knowledge? Here, information is synthesized in such a way that it's possible to see relationships, formulate opinions, and make predictions. It may also involve using other acquired knowledge to come to a conclusion about the data and information collected. So, ibig sabihin, pwede mong i-combine yung mga knowledge 1 at knowledge 2 or any other knowledge. And the key word in knowledge is conclusion. Kasi ito yung iyong goal eh. Gusto mong maka-draw ng conclusion based on what you have done so far. So, tingnan natin ang example. See how data and information may be transformed to knowledge. So, di ba, merong weight and height, nag-compute ng BMI, tapos merong interpretation, at nag-gather mo na yung mga tao na 30 and above ang kanyang BMI. Pero, meron kang friend who is very muscular and his BMI is greater than 30. So, based on your experience, malalaman mo na, ay, hindi pala lahat ng 30 and above ay obese. Kasi yung friend ko, 30 and above siya, pero muscular naman siya, hindi naman siya obese. And you know that muscle is heavier than fat. That's knowledge that you previously acquired from education. Natutuhan mo yan sa anatomy and physiology class. So, anong ginawa mo? You gather more data from patients' records, mga assessment notes, tapos yung records ay meron ding pictures. So, nakita mo na may mga greater than 30 ang BMI, pero hindi naman mataba kasi muscular nga. So, some of those with BMI greater than 30 are not obese, and this is the information that you drew based on the patient's records. So, meron ka ng knowledge kasi makakapag-draw ka na ng conclusion. And what is that conclusion? A BMI of 30 and above is not an absolute indicator of obesity. Therefore, are you just going to use BMI as a basis in choosing your participants in the program? No. So, nalaman mo na pwede pala na kahit 30 and above ay hindi naman obese. Kaya, mag-gather ka pa ng ibang data, di ba yun nga, pictures and assessment notes. Pagsama-samahin mo yan, and now you will be able to determine kung sino ang talagang obese at magiging qualified para sa iyong program. Okay, bago tayo pumunta doon sa summary, please click the subscribe button. Oh, now to the summary. Makikita dito sa diagram na to na merong management processing, tatlong items ang pinaprocess, data, information, and knowledge. Nagsisimula lahat sa data which are simply isolated bits, kaya meaningless. Dahil meaningless, hindi naintindihan, ito ay useless. Walang gamit pa so far. Pero pag yung data, kinombine mo with other data, inorganize, tapos ininterpret, then nagiging information yan. And this becomes meaningful already. Naiintindihan na, therefore, may gamit na. Becomes valuable. Pag yung information ay inanalyze mo based on yung mga kaalaman na galing sa iyong experience o galing sa expert opinion ng ibang tao o galing sa mga books, galing sa mga studies, basta kung ano-anong mga kaalaman yan, then ito ay nagiging knowledge na. At ang knowledge ay pwede mong isummarize in a conclusion that you have drawn based on the previous activities that you have done. Makikita mo rin na dito sa diagram, unidirectional lang yung arrows. So, yung data ay nagiging information at yung information ay nagiging knowledge. Hindi na bumabalik yung knowledge papunta do sa data o papunta do sa information. So, ito ang model ni Graves and Corcoran.